Now in John chapter 19, let's look at verse number 30. John chapter 19, verse 30, the Bible reads, "When Jesus therefore had received the vinegar," talking about the crucifixion of Christ, "he said, 'It is finished,' and he bowed his head and gave up the ghost." Verse 31, "The Jews therefore, because it was the preparation that the bodies should not remain upon the cross on the Sabbath day, for that Sabbath day was an high day, besought Pilate that their legs might be broken and that they might be taken away. Then came the soldiers and brake the legs of the first and of the other which was crucified with him. But when they came to Jesus and saw that he was dead already, they brake not his legs, but one of the soldiers with a spear would pierce his side." And pay attention. "And forthwith came there out blood and water, and he that saw it bear record, and his record is true, and he knoweth that he saith true, that ye might believe." Now pay attention. Jesus was dead on the cross, right? And a soldier using a spear thrust through his side, and therewith cometh forth water and blood. What's the significance? Jesus died, and the soldier poked Jesus on the side, and on the side flowed out water and blood. Now, this is a symptom called the pericardial effusion. It is a medical term. Basically, when you are died because of suffocation on the cross, the fluid is going to accumulate in your heart, right? There's going to be a separation. There's be an accumulation of the fluid in your pericardial cavity, basically around your heart. So when the soldier pierced through Jesus' side, it came out water and blood. It is actually a proof. It's actually an evidence to prove he did die on the cross, and he died because of suffocation. Again, it's some medical evidence.
Oh, because no food came out.
I'm not sure about that. Basically, when people are suffocating, when people are being asphyxiated, all these fluids are being accumulated to their pericardial, their heart cavity, and then that's why the water and blood came out. Now, let's look at verse 35 again. The Bible says, "And he saw it bear record," right? "And his record is true, and he knoweth that he saith true, that ye might believe." Now, keep your finger at John 19. Go to 1 John chapter number 5. Keep your finger at John 19. Go to 1 John chapter number 5. The Bible says in 1 John 5, number 6. 1 John chapter 5, verse number 6. "This is he that came by water and blood." Again, a nice parallel. Even Jesus Christ, not by water only, but by water and blood. "And it is the Spirit that beareth witness, because the Spirit is truth." Again, 1 John 5, 6 is parallel with John 19:35, right? It's consistent talking about water and blood, and these two bear record. So we are talking about the Spirit of God.